Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And well, in today's video we're going to visit Try Me. They invited me over here to record a specific strategy. And the first time they told me which exact strategy it is, I was like, you guys are trolling, right? Like, this will never ever work. This makes no sense. And we're talking about Super Barch. Super Barch was possible, basically normal Barch was possible with the OP Super Wizard Blimp. But those guys are not using those. Like, they're using regular siege barracks, like a blimp, they're using lock launcher, things like that. So let's take a look at that. But before we take a look at that, I would say there's still the offers in the shop, which means the skins, there's still the scenery, and obviously the decoration for the Lunar New Year. If you're thinking about buying those, or buying basically anything in the shop, if it's gems, gold pass, whatever, make sure to use your favorite creator code out there to support your favorite creator. If it's this channel, if you would like to support me, it's code ITSU. Thank you so much for that. And now let's get into the craziness. Because the first time when I saw the strategy, I was like, okay, this cannot be done on normal basis, right? Well, this base is completely normal. Like, this is a regular clan war base. Like, I think this base was used already in a ton of competitive matches. We faced this base as well in the Clan War League in Champion 2. So this is a complete normal base. And those guys are just like, okay, we got this. We're going to do Super Barch with like 8 healers, with bats, with witches. What? At least that was my first reaction. So let's take a look how exactly they're pulling this off. And let's see if this is actually a strategy which people should or could use. So starting off with the Warden Walk. He's only using 4 healers for this, which means he overall has 8 healers and only 4 are getting used for the Warden Walk. The Warden is taking down a couple of the trash buildings on the outside and then is going for some inner buildings. The first building, which is actually important, is going to be the cannon, because the cannon is kind of creating the pathing. Then we have to wait where he's going in. My guess, well, is he actually going into the eagle? Eagle could, okay, he's not going to go into the eagle with this queen. So apparently he's using the queen on the other side with the 4 remaining healers. And then most likely in between, he's going to use the Barch. Yep, that's where we're going. We have the Barch in, we have the Barbarians in, we have some War Breakers coming in. Okay, at least he already swagged 10 War Breakers. I guess it's not Super War Breakers, so that's fair to say. But now we have the Lock Launcher opening up everything, getting the path done for the Town Hall. And now we have the crazy magic happening, because you can see those super archers have such an insane range. They can easily take down buildings, which, how do you say that? Well, they're out of range for most of the other buildings. And right now we have a specific base building meta, which is basically put everything out of the reach of the queen. That's it. So whenever you're building something, you have always the specific setup where the queen is like the ultimate ranged troop, which should never ever reach specific buildings. For example, the Inferno Tower Islands, we have compartments where the scatter is set up that they cannot reach that, but the super archers can. So they're kind of countering the meta, it feels like. At least that's what I feel after watching those attacks. You can see it over here. They can actually reach the eagle. That is just crazy. They have such an insane range. And now we have the bats on the back end for the last couple of buildings. To be honest, not sure if the bats are the best choice with this army strategy. It kind of feels like the bats are kind of fun to use as well to make this strategy even more troll. But at the same time, this is such a big overkill. Like, every single super archer which is alive is 12 housing space. That's a ton. So this is housing space wise such an insane overkill. We have healers left, we have witches left, we have yetis left. Crazy attack. And this has not been done once. They have done this many times. So let's check out the next attack. Let's check out the next base where they have done it as well. And let's just see and learn something. So next attack. And it's basically the same army. What do I mean by basically? Well, it's pretty much the same setup. We have the healers, the 8 healers, we have the Barch, which is like Barbarians, and the super archers, but we have no witches today, and we have not a lock launcher. We have this time a blimp and earthquakes, but at the same time we have once again those bats. So let's see what exactly he's going to come up with this time. So far, the Warden Walk, once again, is creating pathing. He's not going for, like, value, crazy amount of value. So, like, Inferno Towers, X-Bows, Scatters, things like that, because you do not have the spells for that most of the time, because he's always bringing those bats. Now, once again, the Queen on the other side to push everything inside. So it's always the same setup. Warden Walk one side, Queen Walk the other side, and then you have the Queen walking away from the Super Barch, and then you have the Warden getting into the base with the Super Barch together. Now we have all of the Super Archers getting into the base. So far, so good, even though it looks like pure chaos to me. But still, the Blimp is supposed to get to the Town Hall, I guess. Well, what is in there? There are actually sneaky goblins in there. He actually counted on getting the Town Hall. That was kind of ballsy, I have to say that. It was kind of ballsy taking that out, like, with that Blimp. But let's see, maybe he is somehow still making it. At least the Blimp did not reach the Town Hall. Now he's... okay, this time the bats are actually super OP, because this time they're taking down the Scatter. They're helping the Queen to somehow survive the bottom part of the base. He's keep freezing the Town Hall. He says the Royal Champion. So it's all about now the back end reaction of the attacker itself. Like, I think you can easily mess this up now as well. But obviously, since I'm showing this, this should be somehow a triple. But we have the Super Archers dealing in the core with some buildings. And once again, we can see those Super Archers can actually reach the Town Hall. Because once again, we have the anti-Queen meta. Like, no one is defending Super Archers. So this is why it's so strong, it feels like. Because they can reach so many things which are not expected from the base builder. And we have now the Queen at the bottom side. The Royal Champion is coming into the Town Hall, killing the Town Hall, clearing out some more buildings. The Queen has her ability left. And this should be alright if the Queen, with her ability, take down the last remaining Inferno Tower. So, even though this time it's way closer, it's still a triple. And to be honest, I think the entry could have done way cleaner, especially with the Blimp. The entire siege machine on this one was swagged, basically. He had, I think, 15 Super Goblins in there, and the Blimp did not reach the Town Hall. So, in the end, the Blimp was swagged. So this is showing even more how powerful this attack is, which is totally surprising to me, because I would have never ever thought that Barch is actually a viable attack offense in Clash of Clans. And it kind of feels like those Super Archers are completely, like, they're so underrated, I would say. And that's kind of crazy to me. But, well, let's take a look at another attack, because they had so many of those kind of funny attacks. This one is a different strategy, but I still wanted to put this in there because they just had this in the most recent war. So this is a pretty classic legend base, I would say, right? Like, this is a pretty classic one. It's not the most, like, this is not the most, like, time-wise, it's already a bit of an older base, but still, it was one of the most annoying bases out there. So let's see how exactly he's going to attack this base, because he has one golem within 5 healers, ton of Super Archers, and obviously 30 Barbarians. Okay, that's a wild army composition. So he's starting off on the right side with his Queen, taking down a couple of buildings. The Hound is coming over soon as well. He has to place one Super Archer already, because he wants to not use any freezes, not use any Queen abilities for now. And now it's all about the Queen. Catching already a Black Mine. This is quite early, catching a Black Mine. That's unfortunate. The Queen is following the Hound. Okay, I don't think this is intended. I think this attack is going completely not as planned. So, how is he going to react? First off, there's... okay, now the poison. I just want to say there's no poison, but there is. Now a couple of more Barbarians are supposed to trigger all of the traps. And now we have the Ice Golem, everything coming in. And the Archers from the top side as well. Those Archers, to be honest, they look so cool. And they're so underrated. Okay, now we have the range. That's now coming in handy. That's now super important, the range of those troops. More Barbarians on the outside, triggering some traps, I guess, and just trying to be supportive in any way. And we have those Super Archers going through all of this. He has a couple of more Warbreakers who's like to try and warbreak the base. Obviously, all of those are normal Warbreakers, so it's not too easy. But still, Warden ability to save those, to save the Warden, obviously, and save the Archers. Queen is going onto the outside again. Once again, the insane range with those Super Archers, getting the Scatter out of the way. The healers switched over, taking care and healing up this Warden somehow, because the Warden jumped really aggressively into the base. Now the Royal Champion, some Golemites are tanking. This is just crazy. This DPS of those super archers is pretty okay, I would say. Queen and king are going through the bottom side. The king ability just got used a second ago to get through that wall, so that's kind of nice. We have the royal champion ability in a second. Eagle is going down with this, and well, now we have those super archers being in the core, getting healed up again. We have those healers sticking to those super archers. We have the queen at the bottom side with their ability left, and this should be an easy, maybe not really easy, but I guess it did not work as planned. Like, the queen went into the complete wrong direction. So this is even more impressive that this still tripled so easily. So really nice attack by Hive Savage. Really nicely saved this attack in the end. And well, this is how you use, I mean, super archers are kind of strong, to be honest, watching those. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight the main attack in the beginning with like the super barge with the bats. Was kind of nice. I have to say that. Really cool strategy. So I hope you guys liked today's video. It was kind of like a fancy one with the strategies. Really thankful that we were invited to try me to see all of those attacks. And now if you guys have some crazy attacks as well, which I should highlight on YouTube, let me know on Discord. And well, obviously it should be turn 13. Obviously it should be like versus a max base, which is actually pretty good. For example, like one of the first bases which were actually getting used in pro matches even. So that's even more impressive, tripling those pro bases with this kind of like funky strategies. I don't know how to call that. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I hopefully see you guys back tomorrow for the next one. Until then, see ya and bye bye.